Welcome back to Slow Lane K. I am again in John's shop, John's shop at Eurofed, and today we're going to be looking at troubleshooting the wiring. So when I got the van, the radio didn't work, so we're going to kind of take up door panels to see if there's even speakers in there. The radio unit itself works, so we're going to kind of diagnose what that is, hopefully get a radio working in there. Let's get into it. All right, so I've got this aftermarket stereo that came with the van, and so we're reading a CD in here. So it shows that it's playing the CD, but no volume max, volume all the way down, nothing's happening. So that's what we're going to try to figure out today. We're going to look into the door panels, see if that's going on. Luckily, there's no harness to this, so it's kind of stuck in there. And what I'm really interested in listening to the CD that came with the van.
All right, simple steps to check is going to be power. Basically, if you don't have good ground, good power, nothing turns on. So whenever we put the switch on, we know that the radio comes on. So what we're going to do is take everything off, check on the back. So, well, this is pretty cool. They actually did factory harness on it. So there's no cut wires, there's no rat's nest back here. I like that. All right, so simplest way, I'm gonna start with seeing what this radio is. Basically doing a quick Google search, seeing how does this pinout work. Positive, negative, remote, speaker 1, speaker 2, speaker 3, speaker 4. Go from here to here, and then do the same thing to see. Basically double check the pinning on this side, check that the pins are clean. Do the exact same thing on this side. Check that the pins are clean and see if there's power and voltage going where it needs to. If there's nothing coming out of the radio, whenever it comes to speaker output, simple. We finished the diagnosis. Radio needs to be replaced. Something's going on internally on the radio. If I get output from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, I'm gonna take the door panels off, check if there's any speakers on the door panels. If there are speakers, if the speakers work or not, and if the speakers don't work, we stop there. And then what we're gonna do, order some speakers, a little 4-inch speakers. I'm probably gonna take one out of my Acti so we can plug it in to see if it works or not. Let's do this. All right, so radio's out. What did I check? We knew that the radio was on. It had power to go on and off with the switch. Of course, switch has to be on, ignition has to be on. That's perfect. Love that they actually plugged and played to the factory harness. I cannot find any information on this radio. Google does know what the radio is, but to be honest with you, does not tell me anything about the pins. So what did I do? Went to Google real quick and actually found the factory pin for the radio on a Honda Acti. So by this, I just went one by one and checked all of this, and everything is perfect. I have voltage where I need to, I have ground where I need to. Basically red and green. So the factory harness, red and green. I'm getting about 6 volts, so that means that the speakers should have some voltage. I don't know yet if it's gonna turn on or off whenever it comes to audio, but I'm getting power. So what I'm gonna check, next step is gonna be checking the speakers on the door. So let's take the panels off and go from there. These door panels are very simple. You got only a few screws. Basically take this off carefully. You got one in there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then taking this bad boy off. Let me take these off first, and then I'll show you how to properly take this off. All right, so I'm gonna show you the simplest way to do it. It's gonna be this little bad boy, a little pick. So how do you do it? Let's go on the other side. You have a clip that you basically cannot almost see in there. Try to not break it by just the minimum pressure. Anchor to the clip. Just slightly pull it up, little by little. Again, try to not break it. All right, got it.
without breaking anything. But yes, it is a little bit of a pain, so just have a lot of patience and try to not break anything. But basically, this small clip goes in here, and that's how this system works. That's it. You just gotta basically pull this out slowly but surely. All right, after that's done, you basically have a few clips, so slowly apply pressure, pull it towards you. Up, and it comes out. That simple. Another thing that you're gonna come across of, you should put gloves whenever you start this, because this is sticky from 1996. Just basically that holds the plastic to the door. Back in the day, noise dampening basically. All right, so we got a speaker. Let's see if we have any wiring.
Does that look like a stock speaker?
Yep, it is 100%.
So I guess my assumption, if stock speaker, there should be wires connected, right?
Correct. Doesn't look like nobody's molested these speakers. Yeah, it's all connected. So now that I know that we have wiring in here, the wire is not pinched anywhere, it's not broke. What I'm gonna check is now voltage from the radio to the speaker. If I got voltage on the speaker, then I'm gonna plug in another speaker that I have here, aftermarket, to see if it's just that the speakers are blown or not. So let's check for voltage. All right, so we got ignition on, radio's on. You can see that it's basically playing. Grounded. I always like to ground from the door lock. That's basically one of the best grounds around here. What do you got? We got voltage. So we got voltage on both sides. That's weird because this should be ground and this should be voltage. Positive, basically. Positive, negative. You can even see it here. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Negative, positive. But I'm having positive on both. So what's going on? Let me bring another speaker and see if it's the actual speaker. All right, so I went and got this little Chinese speaker that I have here laying around at the shop, basically for this same reason, to double check radio systems or systems in general. So positive, blue, big one, negative, black, small one. Ah, nice. That's so cool.
Japanese rock? Japanese rock, that's the CD that's playing. All right, so a couple of days later, I ordered some new speakers, but just kind of wanted to review what the old speakers look like. I still have no clue why these weren't working correctly. Everything looks okay in here, but ultimately I ordered. So the exact same size, but these are the Rockford Fosgate ones, so exact same size. The only difference is the size of the magnets there. To the back of the speakers. So this one's much smaller. So when I pulled out the housing for these, came as a fold together cup. And so that's kind of what they sat in, but ultimately I had to remove that since the back end is much larger than the other one. Another thing that I had to do, I don't know if you can tell, but I had to kind of cut down these sides so the speaker would actually fit in there. So these are on the bottom. snap that in. So if you kind of see there how those kind of hang over a little bit, so yeah, that's why they didn't fit. So I just shaved down the sides there, and it fits rather nicely. Cut off the back. We're good to go. So these are the speakers that I got. I will put the Amazon link in the description. Can't get a good shiny box. Oh, here we go. So that's the model number, but I'll put the Amazon link in the description if you want to replace your speakers and do a little bit of fabrication here. So let's get them put back in. All right, I got the speaker, I guess the first speaker in. It fits as it should. So just full-on replacement of the last one. So just gotta put the door back together. All right, door panel's back on. So we're good on both sides. Let's see if they work. So it looks like we're back in business. We got some music in the van now. The speakers work pretty well, better than the little portable JBL speaker I had in here. So that's gonna wrap up this video. Hope you found some part of it informative. For me, I am definitely not a wiring guy, so I really appreciate John's help through this. I didn't know where to begin. I knew it turned on. I know the system turned on, but that was about it. Lesson learned. Got some new speakers. If you guys are looking for some upgraded speakers, go ahead and check out that link in that description for those new Rockford Fosgate speakers, a little 4 inches. So if you're not subscribed already, please take the time and subscribe to these videos. If you made it this far,
you should definitely subscribe. So
hope to see you in the next one. And in the comments, if there's anything else about this Active van you guys are interested in seeing, let me know. So I might have another wiring video that could be helpful for you guys as well. Something that I thought was pretty necessary. So just want to make sure that I can get in here and drive. So, all right guys, see you in the next one.